yet another example of how groups like Moms for Liberty might not actually have the safety of children front of mind. Reporter Chris Brennan of the Philadelphia Inquirer, shout out local papers for doing such important journalism, just reported that an organizer with Moms for Liberty is a registered offender. That's right. Here's what's going on. Moms for Liberty is one of those groups that says they're all about quote-unquote parental rights. But pretty much every time you look into what groups are actually doing in the name of parental rights, you find it tends to be a euphemistic term for groups that are actually more concerned about whether kids know that LGBTQ people exist, or are very concerned that kids might actually think it's okay to be themselves. Like, Moms for Liberty members were the ones who checked out all of the books in a pride display at a library. A so-called protest that backfired spectacularly when the community sent stacks and stacks of new copies of these books and donations flowed in. Moms for Liberty also had to apologize when they quoted this guy in their newsletter. Yes, really. And on the front cover, no less. So you get the picture. Very fine people. Anyways, Moms for Liberty was so busy yelling about library books, they failed to notice that their Philadelphia chapter's faith-based outreach coordinator is a registered offender who was convicted in 2012 of aggravated schmexual assault of a 14-year-old boy. He says he took the plea bargain to get out of county jail where he was experiencing violence from other prisoners, according to the Philadelphia Inquirer. The article also goes on to quote several people he worked with who were all very surprised to learn of his conviction. And it quotes the pastor saying this information was always publicly available. Quote, "I never went out of my way to hide anything," he said. "I'm in the database. It's an easy search." I just find it a bit funny that these organizations have all the time in the world to protest books that are a little bit too LGBTQ for their liking, but apparently don't have time for that easy search. It's almost like protecting kids was never their priority at all. What do you think of all this?